Alright. We are back. Okay. 1 second, you guys. Welcome. Okay. I know it's a bit late today, but I just finished up Moran's live stream. Felt a little bit low energy. But it's okay. It's life, you know? Sometimes you feel down, sometimes you feel up. It makes no sense, sorry. Alright, guys. Let's talk about Gamestop. Of course, it was $10. Ooh. It's the lowest I've ever seen in my whole life. No, I'm kidding. It's very low. I don't know how it's being traded, but I was looking at XRT. Perhaps it has something to do with that, you know? Or it just, they want it down. Or people are selling, perhaps, right? Who knows? I was just thinking that, right? But if you look at the on-balance volume, it's still the same. You know, I'm not convinced that people are selling. Perhaps, again, just a few 100 million shares there. No, a few 100,000 shares perhaps being sold right there from this to this, right here to here. So I don't know how this particular indicator is being read. As far as the amount of shares, right here on balance volume, it's still very high compared to before the earnings of before quarter 3 earnings, right? So this is quarter 4. Nothing changed. I mean, it's obvious to me that there's nothing changed in this company, but yet the price keep coming down. Now, if you ask me, this is the biggest opportunity, you know, to scoop in more. Of course, I am, you know, going to continue to buy. I am going to continue to add to my Roth IRA. Perhaps at a slower pace, in my opinion. I mean, just personal, you know, assessment here. Just to spread out a little bit more than I have been doing so far. Of course, I'm not gonna sell. Like, why would I sell? Like, it's ridiculous. Now I'm talking about my long-term bag here. So this is, you know, my Roth IRA, a long-term investment portfolio here. I also have a call option that is up pretty down, like more than 30% at the moment, for that call option bag that I have. But of course, I was buying it before the earnings, so as you predicted, it was like it's kind of like a what is it, a bed that I place. Now, I don't understand, you know, certain things that's being said today. Now, I just watched Moran's live stream, and then there was a guy coming in, so that's why I named my live stream like that. Sorry, you guys, I'm kind of congested for a reason. No, I'm not crying because GameStop is at $10. This is ridiculous. Just been drained today at work and all that stuff, so not much going on there. Just congested, and plus it's like 9 o'clock. Okay, so I'm just saying that ahead of time, just in case people have the wrong idea. Alright, so I'm still looking at that $9 price point. It might reach tomorrow, who knows? And this is the point in which people are looking at a couple more days a week, perhaps. And we'll see if it will bounce off of that. It seems like the selling pressure is coming, but again, there's no volume here. So this is why this on balance volume doesn't make any sense, because look, there's no volume down here, right? You would see a spike in volume if people actually selling this particular stock, if people are actually panic selling, right? You don't see that, in my opinion, okay? Unless I just am not reading something in there. But anyway, that's me. Now, as far as like negative sentiment about this company, it's really, really strong. It's really strong. Now, of course, like Ryan Cohen was looking for supply chain people who are interested in that, a supply chain, retail supply chain, and there was an article that was like making fun of Ryan Cohen for saying, oh, other companies looking for AI people and Ryan Cohen looking for retail supply chain people. It's like, okay, so as if like everybody is just hyped up on AI, but retail, Ryan Cohen is just like worrying about retail and all that stuff. Hi Carter, thank you. Happy more. That guy on was wildly antisocial. I know, right? Like, it's so stupid. What did he say? Bag going to zero. So that's why I stole his line there on my title. Thank you for joining though. I looked at the OBV in combination with short interest and days to cover. Okay. What can you tell on that like front? Do you like, can you see something in anomaly? I feel like everything about GameStop is anomaly, right? GameStop is the future. Hi Ray, thank you for joining. I believe you are new here, so I appreciate you coming in. But yeah, and this one, what is this? GameStop Corporation is a retail. They're doing a related trend. Perhaps they're looking at every other thing, like retail company. Okay, so they broke down. Are they just? I feel like they're comparing like retail sector here. So it might have been that, like the XRT, as I was looking at it right here, too. So the sector itself has been in the downtrend for a while, since March, end of March, right there. And then if you look at the same thing, see if we could see any correlation there. But there's no rhyme or reason for this particular drop, honestly. It's one of those, let me see. Since March 28, it seems like the downtrend was from XRT. Now the speculation is that XRT has been shorted to oblivion because of GameStop, right? So, as evident right here, my observation is that since March, like since earnings, right, XRT was downtrend as well. Just so happened to be. Yeah. Yeah, so what gives? What gives? March. So this is GameStop earnings right there. And then since April, it's downtrend. So I don't know, maybe that's the I guess the cost, the sentiments to drive down the price of Gmae in order to say, hey, retail is going down, so there's no reason to buy into GME, and if you have GME, sell it or something like that. Again, just a signal that perhaps to trigger the algorithm to do that thing for, again, the purpose of shorting it even more, driving down the price, causing fear, uncertainty, and then, people are just tired of her holding the best company ever. Makes no damn sense. Okay, Carter said, just verifying what we already know, that we are holding, and the price manipulation downtrend. Yeah, I truly believe that this particular indicator is kind of letting us know that. But who knows, it could be also the fact that there's buying pressure has never been put forth in the lit market. Even though, you see a lot of buying pressure, you don't see it move the price hardly, right? In the every minute or every hour or whatever. And so the suppression in that of the momentum or whatever, the algorithm is just stuck in that space. So it's almost like a standstill, right? Unless you are trading it back and forth and then, selling here and there to try to capture some of that, you're not going to be able to, move this stock in that, either down or up, right? Well, more like up. But again, the long-term outlook of this company is doing well. So I don't know how low it's going to be, sufficient for these people to be like, okay, we need to, do something about it. But hey, if they keep bringing it down to like 4 of like here, even 560, as Michael Patcher is saying, perhaps that's the goal here, But I don't know how that could be possible. But anything could be possible at this particular time. Yeah, never say never. But if I ever see that, of course, all hell's gonna break loose, I guess. So this downtrend has already been breaking down here. So I think they're stalling until the next earning to see if retail is going to be able to capture some of that market shares, whether we going to be negative or positive. So it really depends on our earnings now. But it's going to be in June, right? Sometime in June 5th right now, tentatively. So until they announce it. So yeah, it's all a waiting game here at the moment. I don't know if the technical is gonna be the thing that's gonna, rocket the price up or anything. But I don't think, as far as like gamma ram and all that stuff, they're gonna let it happen like it used to be. Because again, like if you look at the on chain right here or option chain, I was looking at it earlier. Max Pain right now is at $13 for this particular week and Friday. So I've always thought that they have the ability to keep it like even lower like that in order to avoid that gamma ram on the upside. Unless they're ready, like right here. Look at this. 19,000 contract right there. So if they're successful at bringing it down to 10, that cascade effect is going to ensue as well. So tomorrow we'll see how that goes. If they're successful at bringing it down to 10 and below 10, these people are going to be in the money, and they're going to sell the shares some more. Right? It really depends on how low it could go, but I don't know if they are going to do that, because they don't want that to happen. Perhaps the reason why they bring it so low today is to scare these people out, or fake these people out, right? The put side, on the put side, because max pain is at 13. So what is that? It's like $2 difference right now. No, $3 difference. Yeah. But at the same time, there are a lot of contracts here that could ensue that gamma ram too. But again, I am of the belief that they are going to control the price as much as they can in order to not let that happen. So let's see, and then next week it's $12. And hardly anyone betting on the downside at the moment here. So yeah, it's something remain to be seen. I'm gonna be interested in knowing what's going on. But as far as like me keep buying into my Roth IRA, anytime I get paid, I stash some money away. It really depends on the week whether I have any other bills to pay or anything like that. And so I try to pay my bill first before. But I try to stash away at least $100 or $200 a month on my Roth IRA. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to buy into that one. Now in my mid trading, I still have my SoFi. I was looking at it earlier, and some dry powder still to take advantage of the low price here. I think $10 is going to be the lowest in my opinion here, but I'm going to write the cash secure put tomorrow, but I'm going to see what tomorrow will bring first though. Now if I see some bounce here, I'm gonna write a $10 cash secure put, but that's just me, because I do want to get a sign though, if indeed it's gonna be like that. But let's see if it comes in the morning. That's gonna be like a 35% increase if it goes to the max pain level, right? Who knows? It might not get to the max pain level. They might be kind of like they have to close at a loss, in my opinion, right? I don't know. Alright, so let's look at this short interest thing right here. If you look at the ratio at the bottom and the white writing right here, it's 24.43% shorted at the moment in time. And throughout the 2 years high, from the 2 years high, it's calculated at right here. Currently, it's 23. So 24, 23 is a really high short interest still. Whether it's unprecedented, who knows? Everything that happened in this stock, I feel like it's unprecedented. So nothing changed here. Again, there's nothing negative about this company whatsoever that is like earth shattering. If anything, it's positive more and more. But let's see if I look at the financial here. I don't know if they have. Is it like earnings? No. Okay, so forecast quarterly, next quarter -9 cents a share. Annually, they are estimating that we're gonna do only 1 cent a share for the next year. That's ridiculous, because this year we are able to do 6 cents, and they are only estimating to be 1 cent. So we could beat that. I feel like we could beat that, no problem. Now before Corona though, right here, we are pre-pandemic level right here. So 6 cents a share, 6 cents a share for the reported one. So again, they're probably going to be wrong again for this particular forecast right here. But who knows? It's remained to be seen. So these are all the projection right here. 9 cents, negative 9 cents, negative 4 cents, negative 3 cents, and then 17 cents there. So if you add all that up, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we could beat that. All right. Yeah, I mean, nothing much again. Hey, price point is price point. Remember, the lower it is, the better on the PE ratio, the better on any other metric that GameStop is measured with. Okay, let me see. Okay, so that is that. I don't know if they upgrade this ever so often, but I remember it used to be like 600 right there, and now it's a lot lower. So it becomes more attractive, for people to be like, oh, hey, GameStop is not that bad, right? But yeah, we're still fighting that negative sentiment from the press, from everybody who, initially doesn't like GameStop for whatever reason. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, if you look at the balance sheet, it's stellar in my opinion. Still, I would just focus on that if you're down and depressed about the price coming down at 10. Let's see. Yeah, nothing changed. I was just looking at the PE ratio here. That's the only thing that's changed, and that is for the good. Again, lower than 600. From 600 to now 488. That's a steep drop. Now, if the price coming down and even lower, this thing is going to be becoming more attractive by the day. So, alright, so I will let you guys go. I know I'm a bit low energy today, but I just wanted to come in here and kind of let you know what's going on. This is SoFi. I know I had that one, but I'm still, not going to close down my covered call for this one until $5 or so. That's just my expectation, because like the regional bank, and if the bond market is not doing well, it keep increasing in yield, regional banks or small banks not gonna do very well in this environment, unless the Fed is going to lower the rate at some point this year. They just take June off of the table, so we might not even know that at all. Who makes these projections? I looked it up, and it says and I can't even say this word. Analyst. Okay, jeez, took me a little bit. I'm kind of sleepy. I bet that an analyst's last name rhymes with tractor. Of course, like it's probably Pachter. But I think it's just Wall Street in general. You know what I think too? It's just that they have this benchmark of all of the company. And I think most of the company that they're benchmarking is loaded up on debt, right? And so they don't know how to, evaluate the company without debt. And I really think that is kind of the factor in that too. And so the growth factors and the growth benchmark is based off of debt base, company. And so when you do those benchmark on companies like GameStop, which has no debt and all that stuff, it's going to skew, GameStop growth to the negative side. And I really truly believe that they use the wrong benchmark on company like. And I think it happens to Berkshire Hathaway as well. Like, not as the whole company, but I'm just thinking like, companies that Berkshire Hathaway usually buy into are like value base, and usually they don't have any much debt and all that stuff. And I remember at one point in time, when the news was covering the dot-com bubble or anything like that, they would say, Warren Buffett doesn't know what he's talking about. He's down 20% this year while we're up hundreds of percent, right? Because it's a bubble. Like if you're in an environment of everybody is just borrowing money, over leveraging and all that stuff, you don't get to see the real value until it's pop, right? So when the bubble popped in 2000, the year 2000, what happened? All of those value stock that Warren Buffett picked was the winner, right? So it's going to be like that for GameStop too. So I'm thinking along the same line until this whole bubble bursts. God knows how long it's going to be, right? Because the debt just keep racking, treasury bonds just keep yielding so much money, and of course that's government debt right there, U.S. government debt. $1 trillion for every 100 days, so that's pretty substantial there. So it's going to blow up some, price, inflating some price of some company that, people want you to buy into, the most popular company. Now, since GameStop is quote unquote not popular yet, it's not gonna do much, but that's good for the investor who believe in the company in the long run, and the stock itself. Like, I don't care whether you're buying it because of the short squeeze or whatever. That's remained to be seen. I'm in here for all kinds of reason. I believe in the leadership. I believe in all of that stories that it hasn't been addressed yet, right? But mostly it's just for the fundamental of the company as well. So without the squeeze, the fundamental is going to win out in the end. And so, just the fundamental alone, it's already a good stock to be in, right? So, yeah, and then leadership as well. So, I mean, it got so much for it that people don't realize it yet. Of course, it's still trash for now, right? It's going to zero for now. But I have no reason to believe there's no bankruptcy looming here at all, right? Even these scores just tells you that. It's screaming at you that it's not really. Yeah. Okay. I gotta go. I will see you later. Okay, bye. Hey. Hello?